With the passage of time, the choices we face at the dinner table take on an increasingly significant role. For seniors throughout the United States, selecting the appropriate foods transcends mere taste or ease of access. The focus lies in safeguarding the heart, ensuring a consistent flow of energy, alleviating inflammation, and bolstering a resilient immune system. Nevertheless, one category of food remains a source of perplexity for numerous individuals: garden delights. Indeed, vegetables are frequently celebrated for their health benefits, yet there lies a truth that often catches older adults off guard. When it comes to the health of seniors, not all vegetables hold the same value. Indeed, there exists a select group of vegetables that seniors ought to avoid, as they may inadvertently exacerbate inflammation, elevate blood sugar levels, disrupt medications, or lead to digestive issues. Conversely, there exist vegetables that seniors should incorporate into their diets consistently, owing to their remarkable blend of fiber, antioxidants, and nutrients that combat the effects of aging. This video from NutriHubalist explores the intricacies of both perspectives: the least favorable vegetables for seniors, which might pose more risks than benefits, alongside the four most beneficial vegetables for senior nutrition that ought to be included in your weekly diet. For those aged 60 and above, or for anyone who cares for them, this is crucial information that demands your attention. We're focusing on thoughtful, senior-friendly vegetable selections that support your joints, enhance your cognitive function, regulate your blood pressure, and promote your overall well-being without the need for drastic dietary shifts or the elimination of entire food categories. Whether you're navigating the complexities of diabetes, high cholesterol, arthritis, or simply seeking to enhance your daily vitality and mobility, keep your attention here. In this video, we will delve into the names of these vegetables while exploring their benefits and drawbacks, particularly for individuals in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. We will, of course, delve into the science underpinning these recommendations, ensuring you understand that this is not mere guesswork, but rather well-founded nutritional guidance specifically designed for older adults. Let us embark on this journey together towards a more enlightened approach to dining for our seniors. When it comes to vegetables, the focus isn't on quantity. It's on the quality of your choices. Canned corn, the epitome of culinary disappointment among vegetables. A delightful snare that elevates blood sugar levels and disturbs the digestive process. It might astonish you, but one of the least favorable vegetables for seniors is a common ingredient in home-cooked casseroles, summer picnics, and even in senior care facilities: canned corn. Though fresh corn provides a modest amount of fiber and antioxidants, the narrative shifts dramatically when we turn to its canned counterpart, particularly in the realm of nutrition for seniors. Despite this, countless older adults persist in consuming it regularly, oblivious to the nuanced ways it might be causing more harm than benefit. The matter at hand is this: canned corn transcends the realm of mere starchy vegetables. This is a processed item brimming with added sugars and sodium, two of the most formidable dietary adversaries for older individuals. With the passage of time, our capacity to control blood sugar tends to weaken, leading many older adults to grapple with prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance. Canned corn possesses a notably high glycemic index, indicating its potential to elevate blood sugar levels swiftly, particularly when consumed in substantial quantities or in conjunction with other carbohydrates. Frequent spikes in blood sugar do more than merely disrupt your energy. They can lead to unwanted weight gain around the abdomen, exacerbate inflammation, and pave the way for long-term cardiovascular complications. We must remember the importance of digestion. Older adults frequently experience a decrease in gut motility and heightened sensitivity to specific types of fiber. Corn, particularly when found in its canned variety, harbors a specific kind of insoluble fiber that may ferment within the digestive tract, potentially leading to bloating, gas, or constipation, challenges that numerous older individuals encounter in their everyday lives. Furthermore, numerous canned vegetables such as corn are filled with preservatives and stored in BPA-lined containers, which could disrupt hormone balance and kidney function as time progresses. Then we encounter the issue of sodium. A mere half cup of canned corn can harbor more than 300 mg of sodium. While this figure might appear insignificant at first glance, it takes on greater weight when one considers that numerous older adults are already managing conditions such as high blood pressure, heart failure, or kidney disease with medication. Excess sodium may lead to water retention, elevate blood pressure, and intensify the burden on a circulatory system that is already under stress. In a community where each heartbeat holds significance, this is a vegetable that seniors ought to steer clear of, or at the very least approach with caution. Consider, if you will, Clementine Nash, a 72-year-old retired art teacher residing in the picturesque town of Flagstaff, Arizona. For years, Clementine held steadfast in her conviction that swapping fast food for healthier canned alternatives was a noble pursuit, particularly favoring canned corn, which found its way into an array of dishes, from soups to salads. Yet, she found herself perplexed by the persistent elevation of her blood pressure, the unyielding swelling of her ankles, and the inevitable energy slump that followed her midday meal. In the course of a standard consultation, her dietitian perused her food diary and promptly noted the recurring presence of canned corn. Clementine stood in disbelief. In the end, it was merely a vegetable. However, upon substituting canned corn with fresh steamed green beans and roasted zucchini, two vegetables much more aligned with senior nutrition, Clementine observed significant enhancements. Her blood pressure found its balance, the bloating subsided, and she effortlessly shed 4 pounds over the span of a month. More significantly, she experienced a reduction in sluggishness and a heightened sense of control over her meals. Raw cruciferous vegetables, the second most troublesome vegetable, pose a concealed danger to thyroid health and nutrient absorption. It might come as a surprise, particularly considering their esteemed status, yet some cruciferous vegetables, when consumed raw, warrant a place on the list of those seniors should steer clear of, or at the very least approach with caution. Among these are raw broccoli, raw kale, raw cauliflower, and raw Brussels sprouts. Though rich in nutrients, antioxidants, and fiber, they may subtly disrupt thyroid function, digestion, and nutrient absorption, particularly in older adults. Let us commence with the exploration of science. Cruciferous vegetables harbor compounds known as goitrogens, which may inhibit thyroid function when ingested in significant amounts, especially in their raw state. For younger individuals with a strong endocrine system, this may not pose a problem. However, for seniors, many of whom already contend with sluggish thyroid function, a slower metabolism, or are reliant on thyroid medications, raw goitrogens can exacerbate their condition. They disrupt the body's capacity to absorb iodine, a vital mineral necessary for the production of thyroid hormones. In the absence of sufficient active thyroid hormones, older adults may find themselves grappling with increased fatigue, a tendency to gain weight more readily, and the emergence of depressive symptoms alongside heightened sensitivity to cold. Now incorporate the digestive issues. Raw, cruciferous vegetables boast a remarkable content of insoluble fiber and complex sugars such as raffinose, which present a challenge for the aging gut to digest. This frequently results in bloating, gas, and a sense of uncomfortable fullness, symptoms that many older adults already contend with, owing to slowed digestion or existing gastrointestinal issues. Preparing these vegetables tenderizes their fibers and diminishes the effects of these sugars. However, consuming them in their raw state can pose a significant challenge for the digestive systems of seniors. Moreover, there is additional information to consider. Research indicates that the goitrogens found in raw, cruciferous vegetables may hinder the body's capacity to absorb calcium and iron, two essential minerals crucial for seniors. As one ages, there is a natural decline in bone density, and the absorption of iron becomes increasingly challenging, particularly for women over the age of 60. Although raw kale salads and green smoothies might appear fashionable and health-oriented, they can have adverse effects if older adults consume them too often without adequate preparation or a balanced diet. Allow me to introduce you to Wallace Trentham, a 75-year-old jazz pianist hailing from Grand Rapids, Michigan, whose story exemplifies the profound impact of this phenomenon. Inspired by a multitude of health blogs, Wallace made the conscious choice to embrace a greener lifestyle, swapping his typical breakfast for invigorating smoothies crafted from raw kale and broccoli. In the span of 2 months, he started to notice his hands and feet growing cold, an unrelenting fatigue settling in, and a mental haze clouding his thoughts. Symptoms he first attributed to the inevitable march of time. However, the blood tests revealed diminished thyroid hormone levels, along with initial indications of iron deficiency. Upon examining his new diet, the doctor identified the clear culprit: an excessive daily consumption of raw goitrogenic vegetables. lacking the necessary balance and preparation. After Wallace transitioned to a method of gently steaming his vegetables and incorporating iodine-rich foods such as seaweed flakes and eggs into his meals, he noticed a marked improvement in his symptoms. His vitality returned, his hands regained warmth, and his lab results stabilized within a matter of weeks. He continues to savor cruciferous vegetables, yet prefers them cooked in moderate portions, and never as a raw substitute for complete meals. The third worst vegetable, eggplant, is an inflammatory nightshade known to exacerbate joint pain in the elderly. When one envisions eggplant, a striking purple vegetable often comes to mind, typically grilled or baked into Mediterranean delights such as ratatouille or eggplant parmesan. However, what numerous older adults may not be aware of is that eggplant is classified among a category of vegetables known as nightshades. These can subtly incite inflammation and exacerbate joint discomfort, rendering it one of the least favorable vegetables for seniors grappling with arthritis, gout, or chronic pain. Nightshades such as eggplant, tomatoes, peppers, and white potatoes harbor a natural compound known as solanine. Though solanine poses little risk in modest quantities, it may intensify inflammation for those who are particularly sensitive. For seniors grappling with osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or joint stiffness, this reaction can amplify pain, trigger flare-ups, and diminish mobility, frequently without any obvious rationale. Countless individuals remain oblivious to the fact that the items gracing their plates contribute to the larger issue at hand. Eggplant stands out as a common trigger, primarily due to its consumption with the skin intact, where solanine levels peak out in. For certain older adults, even a moderate intake may result in heightened joint swelling, stiffness, or fatigue, especially affecting the hands, knees, and lower back. Imagine the story of Ramona Delaney, a 70-year-old retired librarian residing in the charming city of Providence, Rhode Island. Ramona had always taken great pride in her commitment to a healthy lifestyle. She prepared her own dishes, took daily walks, and adhered to a predominantly plant-based diet. As she stepped into her 70s, she became increasingly aware of the worsening grip of her arthritis, particularly following certain meals. In the mornings, her fingers seemed to throb with a swollen heaviness, while the ache in her knees intensified after dinner, despite her not engaging in any demanding activities. Through the meticulous documentation of her meals, Ramona and her rheumatologist unearthed an unexpected trend. Her symptoms invariably intensified following meals that featured eggplant, particularly her beloved grilled eggplant panini and baked vegetable lasagna. Intrigued, she removed eggplant from her diet for a month, and the outcomes were remarkable. With the morning stiffness subsiding, her joint mobility flourished, and she discovered a newfound ease in drifting off to sleep at night, all thanks to the alleviation of discomfort. Eggplant isn't necessarily detrimental, yet it is a vegetable that seniors may want to avoid or keep a close eye on if they are experiencing joint pain. This is due to the fact that older adults frequently possess more delicate inflammatory systems and a diminished tolerance for substances such as solanine, which may not impact younger individuals as significantly. The fourth most undesirable vegetable, raw spinach. A perplexing nutrient dilemma that may disrupt the efficacy of medications and hinder mineral absorption. It may appear nearly outrageous to label spinach as one of the least favorable vegetables for seniors. Ultimately, it has long been regarded as an emblem of vitality and resilience. However, in the case of raw spinach, particularly for seniors who are on medication or facing calcium or iron deficiencies, this verdant green might be causing more harm than benefit. This serves as an excellent illustration of how a superfood can swiftly transform into a problematic food, contingent upon the specific requirements of your body. The issue with raw spinach revolves around two significant compounds, oxalates and vitamin K. We shall begin our exploration with oxalates. Spinach boasts a remarkable concentration of oxalates, which are natural compounds capable of binding to essential minerals such as calcium and iron within the digestive system, thereby complicating the body's ability to absorb them effectively. For older adults facing an increased risk of osteoporosis and anemia, this situation can result in deteriorating bone density, persistent fatigue, and potentially brittle nails or hair loss as time progresses. It's disheartening to believe you're nourishing your body with an abundance of salads and green smoothies, only to discover that those vital nutrients might not be making their way into your bloodstream. Moreover, raw spinach boasts an impressive concentration of vitamin K, a vital nutrient essential for the process of blood clotting. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in our health, but for seniors on blood-thinning medications like warfarin and Coumadin, it can pose significant risks when consumed in excess. These medications function by diminishing the body's capacity to create clots, and an excessive intake of vitamin K may undermine their effectiveness, thereby potentially exposing the individual to the dangers of blood clots, strokes, or fluctuating inner levels. It is crucial to recognize that this risk is not universal among seniors. However, for individuals dealing with cardiovascular disease or atrial fibrillation, particularly those on anticoagulants, raw spinach ranks among the vegetables that should be approached with caution or consumed in limited quantities. A seemingly innocuous spinach salad has the potential to disrupt weeks of meticulously adjusted blood tests and medication dosages. To witness the unfolding of this narrative in the tapestry of everyday existence, allow me to introduce you to Neville Rayburn, a 79-year-old retired airplane mechanic residing in Bakersfield, California. Neville had been on blood thinners for nearly a decade following a minor stroke, and his doctors expressed satisfaction with the stability of his condition. However, of late his NR levels, which served to gauge the efficacy of his blood clotting, began to vary dramatically. The doctors held suspicions of a possible medication interaction, yet Neville had made no alterations to his regimen. Aside from one detail, he had become a member of a local superfood smoothie club alongside his granddaughter, indulging in a green smoothie brimming with raw spinach each morning. After the raw spinach smoothies were eliminated from his regimen, Neville's NR levels stabilized, much to the relief of his doctors. Neville felt a mix of surprise and disappointment, yet he discovered solace in the lightly sautéed spinach, which offered a reduction in both vitamin K concentration and oxalate content. Cooking spinach enhances the absorption of its minerals, ensures it is safer for individuals taking medication. The takeaway? Indeed, raw spinach brims with nutrients. However, for seniors, it is a multifaceted food that warrants careful consideration. It's a vegetable that appears entirely wholesome at first glance, yet beneath its exterior lies the potential to disrupt the very medications safeguarding your heart and brain. Beets, the premier vegetable, stand as a natural powerhouse, enhancing circulation, regulating blood pressure, and supporting brain health in seniors. Among the myriad of vegetables that seniors should incorporate into their diets, one unassuming root emerges as a remarkable ally for aging bodies. Roasted, steamed, or blended into a smoothie, beets provide a remarkable nutritional advantage that addresses significant health issues faced by older adults, including poor circulation, high blood pressure, cognitive decline, and inflammation. What is it that elevates beets to the status of one of the finest vegetables for seniors? To begin with, beets are abundant in natural compounds known as nitrates. Upon consumption, nitrates transform into nitric oxide within the body, a molecule that facilitates the relaxation and dilation of blood vessels, enhancing blood flow and reducing blood pressure. For older adults, whose arteries frequently become more rigid over time, this effect proves to be particularly advantageous. Incorporating beets or beet juice into your daily routine can greatly enhance vascular flexibility and alleviate the strain on the heart. Numerous studies indicate that older adults who incorporate beets into their diet consistently observe significant reductions in systolic blood pressure, thereby diminishing the likelihood of stroke and heart attack. Beets present remarkable anti-inflammatory benefits, attributed to compounds such as betalains and phytonutrients, that effectively counteract oxidative stress. Chronic low-grade inflammation serves as a subtle yet powerful force behind a multitude of age-related ailments, ranging from joint discomfort and diabetes to cardiovascular issues and cognitive deterioration. Integrating anti-inflammatory vegetables such as beets into your diet can aid in managing internal damage and fostering enduring resilience. Yet, the advantages extend far beyond the heart. Beets contribute to brain health, a significant consideration for numerous seniors. Enhanced circulation, particularly to the frontal lobe, the region of the brain that governs memory, decision-making, and concentration, has been noted in older adults who incorporate beets into their diet on a regular basis. A study conducted by Wake Forest University revealed that consuming beet juice prior to exercise improved brain connectivity in older adults, positioning it as a prime vegetable for those aiming to maintain mental acuity. Consider the tale of Everett Bix Callahan, an 82-year-old retired jazz record producer hailing from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Following episodes of dizziness and lapses in memory, Bix sought the counsel of his doctor, only to discover he was grappling with stage 1 hypertension and the initial indicators of cognitive decline. With a steadfast resolve to maintain his independence and vitality, he embarked on a daily walking routine, replacing his morning toast with a vibrant beet smoothie infused with ginger, lemon, and a hint of honey. Initially, he harbored doubts. He had never possessed any fondness for beets. Yet, in just a month, he observed a surge in energy, a reduction in dizzy spells, and a marked enhancement in his ability to concentrate while reading or sorting through his music collection. After a span of 3 months, there was a notable decrease in his blood pressure, which fell by 12 points, while his memory tests showed signs of stabilization. His doctor urged him to maintain the routine, and now Bix refers to his beet smoothie as his morning concert. One frequently underestimated advantage of beets lies in their fiber content, which aids in promoting digestive health, an aspect that tends to become less efficient as we age. Beets encourage regularity, alleviate mild constipation, and nurture healthy gut bacteria, thereby bolstering immune function and enhancing nutrient absorption. Bok choy stands out as a remarkable vegetable, a bone-boosting, immune-lifting green that is particularly beneficial for seniors. Bok choy, a green vegetable often overlooked, holds a special place among the myriad of options available to older adults. However, if you seek a leafy green that offers an outstanding blend of calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K, all while avoiding the usual drawbacks of high oxalates or bloating, bok choy stands out as one of the finest vegetables for seniors to include in their meals. Bok choy, a member of the cruciferous vegetable family, is commonly referred to as Chinese cabbage. The delicate flavor, tender yet crisp texture, and adaptability in soups, stir-fries, or steamed dishes render it a delightful choice for frequent enjoyment. What sets bok choy apart is its distinctive blend of nutrients that actively bolster bone strength, enhance immune defense, and promote cardiovascular health. Key considerations in the realm of senior nutrition. Let us begin with the topic of bone health, a vital concern for individuals aged 60 and above. With the passage of time, our bones inevitably lose some of their density, and for women after menopause and men beyond the age of 70, the likelihood of developing osteoporosis increases significantly. Bok choy presents a readily absorbable source of calcium, a vital mineral for the development of strong bones. In contrast to spinach, which harbors oxalates that interfere with calcium absorption, bok choy stands out with its low oxalate content, allowing the calcium it offers to be effectively utilized by the body. This serves as a perfect option for older adults aiming to maintain bone density or prevent fractures. Calcium operates in concert with other elements. Bok choy is rich in magnesium and vitamin K, nutrients that play a crucial role in regulating calcium storage in the bones and preventing its calcification in the arteries. This dual action bolsters both skeletal strength and promotes heart health, an extraordinary fusion found within one humble vegetable. And then we turn our attention to the immune system. Bok choy offers a substantial supply of vitamin C, a vital nutrient that contributes to the production of white blood cells and bolsters the immune response. For older adults whose immune function naturally wanes with the passage of time, this can serve as a safeguard against seasonal ailments and aid in the healing of infections. Reflect on the journey of Lenore Hightower, a 76-year-old retired music educator hailing from Spokane, Washington. Following her recovery from a wrist fracture due to a slight tumble, her physician cautioned her about the decline in her bone density and advised her to increase her calcium consumption. Lenore had long harbored a distaste for the flavor of milk, her concerns deepening with the discomfort of bloating that accompanied dairy consumption. However, a registered dietitian introduced her to bok choy. She began incorporating it into her chicken soup, sautéing it with garlic, and even steaming it as a delightful side to accompany grilled fish. As time passed, she not only sidestepped the digestive unease that had plagued her with other greens, but she also started to feel more robust and stable on her feet. A subsequent DEXA scan revealed that her bone density had reached a state of stability, Her immune system appeared to possess a newfound resilience. For the first time in years, she navigated flu season unscathed, emerging without a single cold to her name. What could possibly be the finest vegetable? Ranked third. Emerald-hued legumes, a delightful companion, abundant in fiber, supporting both blood sugar balance and digestive wellness. Sweet vegetables often bring to mind the familiar flavors of carrots or corn. Yet, a small, unpretentious vegetable presents an ideal harmony of inherent sweetness and rich nourishment, particularly beneficial for the elderly. The green pea is indeed a vegetable that deserves a prominent place on the list of those that seniors should incorporate into their diets regularly. The exceptional qualities of green peas position them as a top choice among vegetables for seniors. Their potent blend of soluble and insoluble fiber, along with plant-based protein, contributes significantly to blood sugar regulation, digestive health, and cardiovascular well-being. Let us begin with fiber, a nutrient that remains significantly underconsumed by older adults. Green peas offer a remarkable 7 to 9 grams of fiber in each cooked cup, surpassing the fiber content found in most other vegetables. This fiber offers benefits that extend beyond merely aiding in regularity. It serves an essential function in maintaining equilibrium in blood sugar levels. Soluble fiber decelerates the process of digestion, allowing the carbohydrates found in peas to be absorbed more steadily, thereby aiding in the prevention of sudden increases in blood glucose levels. For seniors managing type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome, green peas emerge as a reliable and stabilizing food choice, providing sustained energy without the inevitable crash. Simultaneously, the insoluble fiber found in peas serves as a bulking agent for the digestive system, encouraging regular bowel movements and alleviating constipation, a concern that impacts nearly half of adults aged 65 and older. Improved digestion leads to enhanced nutrient absorption, reduced bloating, and greater comfort as the day unfolds. In addition to their fiber content, green peas boast a noteworthy quantity of plant-based protein, approximately 8 grams per cup, rendering them a superb choice for preserving muscle mass in older adults. The decline of muscle mass, referred to as sarcopenia, presents a prevalent hurdle as one ages, often resulting in increased weakness, a higher risk of falls, and diminished independence. Incorporating high-protein vegetables such as peas into meals can assist seniors in maintaining strength for a longer duration. Let us examine the enchanting world of fernal ferns. Roderick, an octogenarian former park ranger residing in Helena, Montana. Fern had always embraced an active lifestyle, yet following a string of minor digestive troubles and a recent prediabetes diagnosis, he felt weary, inconsistent, and increasingly exasperated. He sought to seize control of his well-being, steering clear of stringent diets or eliminating the foods he cherished. A nutritionist at his local clinic recommended some clever substitutions, beginning with the inclusion of green peas in his meals 3 times a week. Fern started to incorporate peas into his omelets, stirring them into soups, and even pureeing them for a delightful afternoon snack. In just a matter of weeks, he observed a resurgence of his energy, and the dreaded mid-afternoon blood sugar crashes became a thing of the past. His digestion flourished, freeing him from the dependence on laxatives for regularity. A subsequent AON-NEC test revealed a modest yet significant decrease in his blood sugar levels. Fern has taken to referring to peas as his diminutive green guardians. Green peas boast a wealth of antioxidants, such as flavonoids and polyphenols, which play a crucial role in diminishing inflammation, a significant factor in chronic illnesses among the elderly. They serve as an excellent source of vitamin K, manganese, folate, and vitamin bone, all of which contribute to heart health, bolster bone strength, and enhance cognitive function. Swiss chard, the finest of vegetables, ranks as number 4. A rejuvenating green elixir that fortifies the immune system, safeguards vision, and nurtures aging organs. In the realm of choosing optimal vegetables for seniors, few offer such comprehensive benefits as Swiss chard. This vibrant, leafy green, frequently overshadowed by spinach or kale, is a true nutritional gem and merits a consistent place on the plates of older adults. Swiss chard boasts an impressive array of vitamins A, C, and K, alongside a wealth of magnesium, iron, potassium, and phytonutrients. These elements work harmoniously to bolster nearly every system within the aging body, including the immune system, liver, vision, and blood vessels. This vegetable stands out as a unique gem, perfectly suited for seniors, particularly those mindful of detoxification, bolstering their immune defenses, and combating age-related vision decline. Let us embark on a journey through its formidable influence in detoxification and the support of our vital organs. Swiss chard is rich in betalains, a collection of natural pigments known for their detoxifying and anti-inflammatory benefits. These compounds enhance the liver's ability to process and expel toxins with greater efficiency. For older adults, as their organs naturally experience a decline in function with age, it becomes essential to prioritize liver health through proper nutrition. Swiss chard provides a mild diuretic effect, aiding in the reduction of fluid retention and promoting kidney function without placing undue stress on the body. Next, reflect on the advantages for immune health. A single cup of cooked Swiss chard delivers more than 40% of the daily recommended intake of vitamin C, an essential nutrient that bolsters white blood cell function and offers protection against respiratory infections. This holds significant importance for seniors, as their immune systems may exhibit reduced responsiveness, rendering them more susceptible to common colds, flu, and various other infections. In addition to its vitamin C richness, Swiss chard boasts zinc and flavonoids that bolster immune defenses at the cellular level. One of the most distinctive advantages of Swiss chard for seniors lies in its contribution to eye health. As one grows older, the likelihood of encountering ailments like macular degeneration and cataracts rises markedly. Swiss chard boasts a wealth of lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids celebrated for their ability to safeguard the retina against oxidative stress and to filter out harmful blue light. Incorporating Swiss chard into your diet could potentially aid in slowing the progression of vision decline, fostering clearer and sharper eyesight well into your 70s and 80s. Consider the case of Loretta Mayfield, an 84-year-old former postal worker hailing from Savannah, Georgia. Loretta had observed a gradual blurriness in her vision over the past few years, particularly while reading. She grappled with sluggish digestion and persistent colds that lingered longer than expected. In a senior wellness class at her community center, she discovered the benefits of Swiss chard, particularly its contributions to detoxification and eye health. With a blend of skepticism and curiosity, she incorporated it into her meals twice a week, once sautéed with garlic and lemon, and another time mingled within a hearty lentil soup. In just 2 months, Loretta noted a marked improvement in her bowel movements, experienced a reduction in sniffles, and even remarked that her vision seemed clearer and less fatigued after extended reading sessions. The ophthalmologist assured her that her eye pressure was stable, while her primary care physician expressed satisfaction with the results of her immune blood markers at the subsequent checkup. With the passage of time, each meal transforms into something beyond mere habit. This presents a chance to safeguard our well-being, bolster our vitality, and enhance the richness of our existence. Few food groups wield as much power over the well-being of seniors as vegetables do. However, as we've observed in this video, vegetables vary significantly in their benefits, particularly for seniors. Some foods, such as canned corn, raw cruciferous vegetables, eggplant, and raw spinach, may appear innocuous or even beneficial, yet they can subtly undermine our efforts, heightening inflammation, elevating blood sugar levels, disrupting inflammation, medications, or exacerbating chronic conditions. These are the vegetables that seniors ought to steer clear of. Not for eternity, perhaps, but undoubtedly with a sense of caution and mindfulness. Conversely, we have delved into 4 nutritional powerhouses that older adults ought to embrace in their weekly meals. Beets, bok choy, green peas, and Swiss chard await your culinary exploration. These vegetables are essential for seniors seeking enhanced circulation, stronger bones, improved digestion, and bolstered immunity. These elements are adaptable, simple to make, and supported by robust research highlighting their direct advantages for heart health, blood pressure management, cognitive function, and beyond. Yet, this is the crux of the matter. Embracing healthy eating after 60 can be a journey of balance rather than a path defined by rigid rules or sweeping changes. It revolves around the art of making wiser decisions, one vegetable at a time. There's no requirement for you to transform into a nutrition expert. It's time to begin observing closely. Pay attention to your body's signals. Observe your feelings following various meals, and select foods that genuinely enhance your vitality, movement, and autonomy. Minor adjustments such as replacing canned corn with peas or incorporating bok choy into your soup can result in significant enhancements in your daily well-being. At NutriHub Bliss, we are dedicated to empowering you to embrace aging with not just longevity, but with clarity, strength, and a sense of purpose. If today's video resonated with you, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these vegetables caught you off guard the most? What will you choose to incorporate or eliminate from your meals? And remember, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to NutriHub Bliss, and share it with a friend or family member who is also embarking on the path to healthier aging. We stand by your side throughout your journey, offering reliable guidance, genuine solutions, and the encouragement you need to embrace life to the fullest, no matter your age.